Man, I'm chilling, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh no, man! Thank you for joining us. So I was just telling my audience, man, I didn't know what was exactly cooking with you right now. I feel like we haven't seen you fight since the Daniel Jacobs fight. So if you want, can you, I guess, just fill us in, man? What's going on? Why the long layoff? It's now officially over a month. I mean, over a year. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's way too long, man. I actually was I've had a couple fights planned and they just fell through. I wanted to fight Carlos Adames, Erislandy Lara, as you know. And then something came up with potentially fighting Jaime Munguia before he got popped. And then obviously that messes things up. So yeah, just grinding and trying to get stuff going. As of right now, working on trying to get on this Canelo Crawford card, and I think there's a guy named Steve Nelson that needs a fight. So I'm your Huckleberry.
Shout out to you. Okay, but that means you're moving back to 68
Yes,
because
sir.
you met.
It's official. Hey, this is exclusive, right? Exclusive.
That's my co-host
Yep.
Rico.
So I'm. How you doing, Rico? Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm moving up to 168. I figured, if I couldn't get the top dogs at 160, why stay there, kill myself to try to make the weight and wait there for longer than if I get a belt, I gotta defend it and stuff like that, which is, 2 or 3 more years at 160, and it was just, I'm not a young guy anymore. I'm 34, so it's a little bit harder to make the weight, and I just figured, I go compete at 168.
Any truth that you were offered a fight with Yoneli Hernandez, the number one at 160?
Mm-mm. Well, not to my knowledge. Maybe my people, but not to my knowledge.
And you're with Keith Conley?
No, I'm
Oh,
with
okay.
no, I'm with Mike Lenardi.
Oh, Mike Leonardi. Okay. Wow. Man, and he can't get you a Jake Paul deal? What's going on?
Hey man, I
Son
think
of a
they signing women.
legend?
I think they signing women right now, man. I think
Well,
obviously that's
I mean that's interesting you say that because I definitely seen MVP say they're about to announce some new signings, men too. I feel like I seen
okay.
that yesterday, but yeah, man. So 168. Now I'm gonna touch on it again. I heard you say you're growing, you got older, but the last time we interviewed, while it was a long time ago, you did say you wanted to come back down. You didn't want to be at 68. You felt like you had unfinished business at 60, and I think you even said wanted to undispute. Has the time off affected that decision to the fact that yeah, you have to move up now because you were not able to stay active?
Yeah, and it's like if it's how can I achieve that if I'm not being active, right? I don't have a promotional company right now. I don't, two of the people that have the belts, which are PBC, I don't feel like they're as active. And then Top Rank, which has Janabek, also is going to be out of a deal soon. So it's kind of like, you know, stay there, kind of struggle to get fights, make them happen, um, or go where a lot of the action is at. There's a lot of action over at 168, um, and a lot of fights that I feel like I can make.
Anyone in particular in this new division you're looking at, or I know you mentioned Steven Nelson. Has there been contact made for that one?
Yeah, there was like a little bit of inside banter between one of my boys and Bud, basically kind of a going back and forth, like, "Hey, my boy can beat your boy" type thing. And so I reached out because they were like, "Oh yeah, let's make it happen." And so I reached out to Mike, said, "Hey, see what it's looking like," and so we're actively looking into that.
That's what's up, man. I do not mind that fight, especially Steven Nelson made it clear he had an opening spot on the Canelo Crawford undercard, so that would be a huge opportunity and a stadium fight. Is it more about the opportunity and the actual fight card than it is the opponent, or do you equally like the opponent as much as the opportunity to be on that undercard?
Both. I think both are very accurate. Obviously, the opportunity is great. It's big for both of us. And the the guy is what, 21-1 or 20-1 or something like that. He's a great fighter. We both are up there in age, and let's go make something happen. You know what I mean? So I like to fight. I think it's a fan friendly fight, and let's do it.
Nah, for sure, man, for sure. Have you watched him fight? Have you
Of
ever gotten
course.
the chance to spar? Cause he does train out here in Vegas.
Um, no, I haven't got a chance to spar with him. I have seen him fight. I watched a Diego Pacheco fight. Um, yeah, uh, I respect him. He's a good fighter. He's no slouch.
Would you consider that your toughest test, even though maybe Jacobs was more accomplished? Do you think that Steven Nelson is closer to his prime than Jacobs?
Uh, my bro, I can't disregard Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs was by far my best opponent.
For
Um,
sure. No, I
yeah.
mean for sure. Based off accolades, I'm just trying to figure out like,
And
given the
then after
time.
that is Gabe Rosado. Like
Mhm.
Gabe is a dog, man. I don't care how many losses he got. That dude comes to fight, and he was tough.
Definitely a tricky, slick fighter for sure.
But up there, of course. I would rank Steve Nelson up there with those guys, 100%.
Now, are you gonna feel 100% confident going directly into a Nelson fight just based off the fact that you only fought once in 2024 and haven't fought yet this year? And if this does happen, it won't happen till 2 more months.
Um, that's irrelevant, man. I'm a fighter. I'm doing this. I've gotten prepared for 2 or 3 camps to get ready for a fight. I was sparring with Trevor McCumbee for his fight with Diego Pacheco. I'm ready. uh, um, there's no excuses. I've been ready to fight for a long time. This is what I do. What's going on, babe?
So you seen
Yeah.
an
Um,
Oh, go ahead, Rico.
Sorry guys. Good to meet you, champ. Uh, just wanted to obviously ask, what's it like in terms of the intensity, sparring Macombi and having him in camp?
That was great. He's a tough dude, super duper strong, and it was great work.
Were you disappointed in his performance? I feel like the initial headbutt might have zapped any aggression we were supposed to see. It made him maybe more cautious to not have that headbutt cause the fight to be stopped. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely feel like that has something to do with it, and obviously, I think Diego more so boxing and stuff like that, and not trying to finish the fight off. Um, also,
What
I
did you
think if the
think of
ball,
Diego? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you. I thought you
no,
paused.
no, 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 it's all good. No, I think that it was in his court um to get the fight done, to stop him, not the other way around. Um, Obviously, Diego's the favorite, and he's supposed to show, you know, that he's the dominant guy. But I think Diego is a solid fighter. He's definitely somebody that um, is one of the top guys in the division, the division that I'm going into. So I might have to see him one day.
Um, in terms of that performance, did you appreciate it more as a boxer? Because certain fans kind of criticized him while he boxed perfectly, and essentially decided to box to keep the power away from him. Fight fans weren't expecting that. They didn't call it the most entertaining fight. But to me, he showed that he's not a brawler. He can be a boxer, he can be a puncher, and that day he chose to be a boxer. Did you appreciate Pacheco's performance?
Well, absolutely. As a fighter, you want to have layers, and as a fight fan, obviously you want to see a guy show his layers and show different wrinkles in his game. So it was really good to see. Was it the most fan friendly fight? No, I felt like it could have been. I think that's what people were expecting because McCumby is a come forward fighter. You saw it against Caleb Plant, and I think that they were expecting Diego. He's gotten some good knockouts, and they were expecting to kind of see that clash rather than the wrinkles of the boxing ability. And so that's all. But you know, I think it was for him to do that, right? Because then maybe later on in other fights, he might have to use that. So I think maybe he was working on that another wrinkle in his game for the later on fights.
You suffered some losses early in your career. If you can get in that DeLorean and go back in time, what advice would you give a younger Shane Jr. in your pro career?
Um, to stay confident, um, believe in yourself, and I don't ever regret those losses, man. They happen for a reason. You accept them for what they are, and I think I'm a better fighter because of it. Those losses aren't going to stop me from doing anything. They stop me from becoming world champion or being a legendary fighter. Those are going to only help me. So I would just say stay confident um, and continue to believe in yourself, and it'll all be what it needs to be.
Now, I don't know if you want this fight, but I have thrown it out there in the past. Obviously, it was before this person lost, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Would you be interested in the Edgar Berlanga fight?
Of course,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
I would do it in New York.
Okay. I
I
always
would.
thought you guys should have fought. I mean, your name value, his marketability. Now he suffered this loss. Um, would you want to get him directly off the loss? Is that something you would be okay with, or would you rather get him a tune-up like he did in Orlando? What's your thoughts on how soon you would be willing to take that fight with Edgar?
I think that would be up to him, honestly. He's the one that suffered the loss and would have to deal with all that comes with, right? Um, and it was a pretty bad loss. So um, it would be up to him whether or not he felt comfortable to get in the ring with me. But I would love to do that. That would be a great fight. And like I said, I would love to do it in New York.
Now I know Steven Nelson made it clear, quote unquote, he has the opening spot on the undercard. So maybe because of his affiliation with Crawford, he literally has an opening spot. Hypothetically speaking, if that isn't true, would you prefer the Edgar fight for 9-13? Or do you think Edgar, with that knockout, just wouldn't be ready for 9-13 in Las Vegas?
So I don't know if that's something yeah, shoot, I would love that. That would be crazy, bro. I would love that.
I would love it too, man. Let's speak that into existence. He DM'd me the other day. I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna hit him back like, yo, man, you ever thought about Mosely? Um, yeah, that's a good fight, I think. What about Demetrius Andrade? That's a guy that isn't able to get too many fights, but he's also a guy that's that it would probably be, I don't know, you tell me, is that a better win for you than the Jacobs fight? They're both two-time champions. I think
Yeah,
it's really up to you to decide who would be a better win on your resume. I think they both are
If I can
equally
just say,
qualified.
I think you chin both of them, to be fair. Just my opinion.
what was that?
He said he
I
thinks you
said, I
chin
think,
both of them. UK saying
Oh,
for beat them both.
okay, yeah, I wasn't privy to that. So yeah,
oh, you're
okay.
privy now,
Nah,
champ. And yeah, I think you
I got
definitely
you.
chin. On same night, possibly. I don't know.
Wow, same night.
Ooh. I, I like that. I like you, man. I like you. But another one I would like is Chris Eubank Jr. in the future.
Okay.
I would love
Yeah, and you
that.
know what? His fight fell apart. He was supposed to. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna fix it, but they were having
I think
some.
they've announced it again,
Oh, so it's
but
back on. Okay, because it seemed like the
as far as I
rematch
know,
with
yes.
Conor Ben wasn't going to happen. But I got a couple of questions from the people, and then we'll get you out of here. We got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. I'd love to see you fight against Gabe Rosado again. What's your thoughts on that fight, and how would it play out?
I mean, obviously, I feel like it would go the same way, if not worse for Gabe. But I love Gabe, and if the fans wanted to see that fight, I'd love to do it.
I think he's actually making a comeback on a Marv Nation card. I seen him. I feel like he announced. Yeah, yeah, he is back August 2nd
Okay.
on a Marv Nation card in Thunder Studios. We got Octo that says, "Yo, champ, what's your favorite music artist? And give us one good movie we should watch."
Ooh. Well, my favorite music artist is a guy named KB. He's a Christian artist, and
Okay,
that's my guy. If you listen to his music, he's got some really good stuff. And then you said a movie?
a movie we
Ooh,
should watch.
jeez, I don't know. I
Not a movie
can't think of
guy.
one. Well, I am, but I just can't think of one off the top
Oh,
of my head. I don't got one in the cuff
He's
like that.
focused, Nez. He's focused on real shit. That's what
yeah.
the man is doing.
Toledo Treese, Toledo Treese in Ohio says, I know you're campaigning at 160, but I think you and Edgar at 168 in New York is a big fight. What you say? He already said yes, and I
Let's
agree.
go. Let's go.
I
Let's
agree,
go.
man. That's the one to make. I got Ali in San Diego. What's up, Shane? Who wins the Canelo versus Crawford fight?
Um, Out of respect, I got to give it to Canelo. I
Okay.
do believe that Crawford is a live dog. I think, in my opinion, is 60-40 to Canelo. Um, but he's been at this level, big mega fights, for many, many years, and has performed at a top level, at the superstar level. Um, and that's a hard thing to do and be so consistent at it. So I will give it to him in that, but definitely Crawford has a good a good shot.
We
What do you
got
think about
What's
Go
up?
ahead, Rico.
uh what do you think about my guy Denzel Bentley at 160? Number one in
Yeah,
the WBO.
they called me for that fight actually. But it was like 4 weeks notice. And so I was like, yeah, go out there. And then my coach was also tied up with some other fights, and it didn't really make sense. And at the time, like I said, I had gotten this call for Jaime Munguia, and at that time I was like, man, struggling to find fights like that, right? Where people hitting you up, 3, 4 weeks, it's like that to fight. It's like at 160, kill myself to get down there, you know. So I was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna move up to 168 to make it official. But I like him. I think he's a good fighter. Obviously, I watched him because he was somebody that I was potentially could fight, and I think he's a scrappy dude. Obviously, he had a good fight against Janabek. Um, and
Do you think he's got him in the rematch, champ?
I think he can. I think he definitely has a chance. Are they doing a rematch?
Well, I'm not too sure. Janabek doesn't really want to fight him for what I can see. So yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see. Final eliminator has been called, so one can only hope.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You spoke about Adamas. Are you surprised to see? I mean, I don't know how frequent you're on social media, but we did have Turkey Al Sheik on the show, and